All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the first press conference of the Sun Belt Conference Women's Basketball Championship. Great game, Coach. We're going to get started here momentarily. Just real quick housekeeping item. Please turn off your phone if it is on. We'll go ahead and start with an opening statement from the head coach and then take questions.
I told our team this morning that everything happens for a reason. We had a tough game down in Conway against Coastal Carolina. And in that game, we learned a lot of lessons about our team in terms of how we had to defend in transition, how we had to be ready, and how we couldn't be casual when we play the game. And our team really locked in and they bought into that. And I think we were great from the moment we walked off the bus in terms of our energy, in our warm-ups, our communication in the locker room, and just everybody really being all in today. Can't say enough about our board play, 49-37 against a very good rebounding team, being able to kind of limit their big three in terms of number 30, 23, and 32. Again, just players being locked in and executing the game plan.
All right, thank you. We do have a wireless mic that will come around for questions.
Coach, you held the leading scorer in the Sun Belt to just 8 points, DJ Williams. What was the game plan going into today?
The game plan was to go at her on the offensive side of the ball and get her in foul trouble so we could limit our time against her. We were able to load up on her and just make her face multiple defenders. I also just think some of the adjustments we made in transition didn't allow her to get out and just get going. She does a really good job when she's in the open court.
Coach, as you got to win in this game, now you got to think about the next one. How do you get your team to take the positives from this game and translate them very quickly so that you can have, hopefully, the same type of result in your next game?
Just shine a light on why we are playing another 40 minutes. What were the things today that earned us the right to be back here tomorrow? So just shine a light on that, and then not a lot of time to celebrate or even think about it. It's on to the next. So get them rest, get them recovered, get them some food, and then get them prepared.
The guard play, especially on offense, Maddie, 18 points, Ashley, 18 points, Pre, 15 points. We're all aggressive from the start. What do you think they saw on the court that allowed them to get a strong start on offense?
I think really wasn't the court. It was the mentality that we've been trying to carry on through the tournament of playing green and being confident. They prepared for this moment. It's not about what's out there today. It's about the hours that they've put in to put themselves in the position today to be aggressive. So just try to build them up and be confident before the game of be aggressive, attack the paint. You've earned this moment.
Any more questions? Thank you, Coach Eldrick, and we'll be
Thanks.
joined By Coastal Carolina University women's basketball head coach Jada Williams. Quick housekeeping item. Remember, please keep your phones on silent. And when we have questions, we'll bring around a wireless mic for you. To start, we'll do an opening statement with Coach Williams.
First, I want to say that, despite the score, I'm proud of our team. And the reason that I am proud of them, 4 games on the 7th day, their tank was empty. They emptied the tank today. Our shots didn't fall. But going from one time zone to another time zone, back again, those kids left what they had in their tank back. And so it definitely was not the outcome that we wanted. But it was all that I could ask.
Thank you. And questions?
Coach, to that point, was it more about your shots not falling? Were they doing something defensively that kept you from getting your points like you wanted to?
No, I think they played us. I'm going back and watching, the scout from the last 2 games that we played. They played us very similarly last time we played at home. What I saw from my perspective was just an inability to finish the shots. Legs dead. It was mainly an inability to finish the shots. I thought that on some of our plays, our kids, our student athletes were, got a little twisted up a time or two. But honestly, I attribute it to that perspective.
You talk about the positives, obviously winning a game in the tournament and then being able to make it here to New Orleans. How do you take that positive aspect and move that forward as you continue to move the program forward?
What we talked about as a team in the locker room today was our 0-6 start did not help us. And that every game matters. This tournament is set up to protect the higher seeds, in which I completely understand. It rewards those that won games in the regular season. I completely understand that. And so, we did end up getting ourselves out of the slump and then dropping a couple games at the end. We still had an opportunity to move as high as 4 once we played the Louisiana Lafayette game. And we talked about just taking care of those games in season so that we're not in a situation, we put ourselves in a situation to where we have to get off the road, bus back, come home, have 24 hours to prepare for a game, and then, bus somewhere else and then come back and change the time zone again. I think that we need to make sure that this is in the forefront of our minds for next season so that we understand every single game matters. Seeding matters, because we don't want to be in a situation of where we've gone 7 days straight and then had to do this. And then, we put ourselves even in a compliance standpoint of, we're unable to coach our kids the night before a game, because if we would have won today, then we would have been in a violation situation. So it was there were tough decisions that had to be made, where I think we take responsibility and say we need to win more games in the conference season so that we're not in this situation again.
Do we have additional questions? Thank you very much, Coach Williams.
Thank you.